Hey everybody, this is Nate with Simply Ride. Today I want to highlight some cleaning products that we have by Vengeance. One of the things for me, I like a clean motorcycle. I think we all can agree when your motorcycle is nice and clean, it just sparkles, it just stands out, makes you fall in love with it all over again. But sometimes I don't like how often I have to keep my motorcycle clean. Vengeance products, one of the things I like about them is they have from start the grimiest stuff to finish with their nano spray waxes. They kind of have the whole package, and the one thing I like about using products across one line, like whether it's a whole bunch of Vengeance, a whole bunch of Muck Off, is they design all those things to work in conjunction with themselves. And Vengeance being a local to Minnesota business, I think it's a cool company to support, and their products are A grade. Actually, on their social media, they always are showing pictures of custom bikes that use their products, from like their waxes and finishing, their scratch removers. It's really high-end stuff, and they have some pretty hard-working like dirt remover, the bike wash especially. I was pretty impressed with. So that's why we want to highlight these. Great thing this month of July. We have 15% off if you buy 3 products. So 1, 2, 3, 15% off. That's a pretty good deal, especially if you can get like your tire cleaner, your bike wash, and then your nano spray wax. Pretty sweet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight a couple of these. We're going to bring the camera in close. Going to show you what they look like, and we'll start here with, we got the bug removal. Now, this bike in front of me, it's been washed, all that stuff. I don't have any good bugs to show you, but I will say this product, what you do is you spray it on. It's the first thing I do when I'm cleaning my bike. I'll put my bug remover on, spray. I'll let it sit. Generally for about 5 minutes if I'm in the shade. You want to make sure, at least with the bug remover, that you're doing it not in direct sunlight. You really want it to like sit on the surface and soak in. You don't want it to dry right away. For the bad bugs, if I'm riding around the lake, you're going to want to take this product and probably do like a couple treatments of it in like the windshield, all your bad spots. Then we have the wheel cleaners. Wheel cleaner, just like it says, it's good for your rims. Why is a specialized wheel cleaner as opposed to like my bike wash? It's really designed to help fight down brake dust. It's also good for chrome, paint, powder coat, so it's going to keep your product protected, but it's going to really fight all that brake dust. I mean, if you've ever tried to clean chain lube or brake dust off your rear tire, you know that it's stuck on there pretty good. That's why they designed a special product for the wheel cleaner. So if you're finding that you're having an issue cleaning your rear tire all the time, and why isn't this product working, maybe you should switch over and consider getting an actual wheel cleaner that's designed for it. It'll save you a lot of time, and it'll just make it all a lot easier. Moving forward, we have a dash and tire cleaner or dresser. What I like about this is it's a very universal product. It's good for your seat, it's good for your plastics up in the dash, for the glass, all that product. It's also good for the tires. So essentially it's good for vinyls and rubbers and things like that. So the tires, obviously you do not put tire shine on your tires. Just because it makes a slick surface, it's unsafe, you'll be sliding all the way around. Avoid that. That's why it's nice to see an actual tire dresser that's not going to affect. This is designed for motorcycles, so you don't have to worry about making an unsafe condition to make your tires look really sweet. Because we all know, you clean your bike, you look at your tires, they look a little brown, still a little dusty, kind of throws off the whole thing. Get the tire and dress cleaner, because you can use it on your seat as well. They also, I don't have the product here, but if you have a leather seat or a leather jacket, Vengeance makes a really awesome leather conditioner. There's leather cleaners, there's leather conditioners. The conditioner is what's going to keep that leather product looking new for generations. So if you guys haven't do that, I know I've seen a lot of jackets that come through here that look pretty aged. I like a good marbled looking leather jacket as much as anybody, but I want that to be protected. I don't want to let it get worse and worse to the point where you don't want to wear the jacket anymore because it's starting to deteriorate. They also, the bike wash, moving forward. So we talked about the wheels, we talked about getting the bugs off. One of the difficult things about cleaning your bike, especially if you don't have access to a hose, like that's what really helps this. Having a hose is nice, having something like the Vengeance bike wash. So this is a foaming bike wash. So you see here, relatively clean, but I got a bunch of stuff in the edges, right? And that's hard to get at with pressure. One thing I can do, spread that room. And I love seeing the foam. When I look for a bike wash, seeing the foam, what it's going to do is it's going to go in there as a liquid and it's going to start spreading out. It helps kind of work some of that grit out of those hard to reach corners. And being designed for these areas, it creates a nice polish without having to worry about it burning too much, right? You don't, you have to keep in mind, if you're putting a product on part of your motor, you have to think, well, this part's going to get pretty hot, especially your exhaust. You want to keep the waxes and stuff like that off of your exhaust a lot, off of your engine cases. Make sure that you're using the products that is designed for it. If you've ever noticed, if you're trying to clean your bike and there's just these spots all over the place, generally a lot of it comes because there was a chemical that was put on there that burned into the finish. Let's avoid that. So yeah, I don't want to go too in depth with it, but I just really wanted to show you guys off the foaming properties of this one. Cool. I'm an adventure bike rider, just like this Tiger 800 is, and gravel builds up quick. It's nice having something that helps fight against all that dust buildup. Cool. Now we kind of covered like the hard workers. Now for the fun part. So we have two products that are going to, once you get your bike clean, we're going to have the matte paint detailer and we're going to have the extreme detailer. Extreme. Why is it extreme? Well, it just helps protect, give a UV coating to your paint. The matte paint detailer does the same thing, but as the name says, is designed especially for matte paint. What the big difference is the matte, it doesn't have any glossifiers built in. Basically, you won't get these like little bright kind of glossy spots in your matte. It's going to dry nice and even. That's what makes a matte paint detailer different than the standard. So I got the matte in here. I usually spray my matte first. And modern bikes are going to be covered in a mix of gloss and matte. So it's good to have both. If you see how that's going on, it's drying up really quick and really even. Waxes and certain probably like Honda polish, they all have these wax polishes mixed in that don't do your gloss or your matte any favor. And you can see the difference too. There's actually some cleaner built in that's kind of balls up. That's where you spread it out. That's what you don't want on your matte. And this is the extreme detailer, so this is the second to last step for your gloss. And for your matte, that is the last step. You don't need to add waxes or anything like that. So cool. All right, like any well-used motorcycle, this Triumph has built up just a little bit of scratches, little scuffs like that in the black paint job. And if you've ever owned anything that's gloss black, you know how much it shows all the scuffs. Now, for gloss, the final product is going to be your nano spray wax. There isn't Carbona spray wax built in this. They use, I think it's a polymer base, so there's no Carbona wax. Another thing I liked about this, you can use it in full sun. So when you get to the bike show, you can clean up your bike. And one thing I want to highlight, I'm doing really minimal pressure. And I'm just letting it kind of work in. I don't want to push too hard because I want to help fill in all the imperfections. And I usually do a couple coats. First one just nice and soft. I just want to spread it around. I don't want to take it off. I just want to get an even coat right here. And here's another thing. While I'm doing this, all these products that you see here in the spray bottles, they're going to come, I believe it's a 4-ounce miniature spray. Great for your saddlebag. So if you are somebody who wants to keep your bike looking nice and clean throughout the day, like for instance, if you're riding to Minnesota and Wisconsin and going past the lakes and getting a bunch of bugs on your windshield, you can get a small bottle of the bug remover and hey, get it right off so you don't have to look through a bunch of fuzz. Right on. And then one thing I can do too, the dash and tire dresser, like I said, it's good for seats. The one thing that's important with seats is you don't want to get a bunch of dust built up in your stitching. Once the dust builds up, it's going to deteriorate that thread. Your thread's going to let go. You're going to have a nasty looking opening on the side that only gets worse with time. Cool thing about the product is you can use it all over your bike, so it goes a long way. Alright, I know it was a longer video, but I just wanted to highlight these videos. It's a local Minnesota brand, kind of fun to show it off. And like I said, 15% off if you buy any 3 products. That's a good deal. I have a bunch of Vengeance products here in stock at Simply Ride. Come find me in the parts department. My name's Nate, and thanks for riding, guys.